Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. Let's take a look at your single family home update in Massachusetts for the month of June. We have some big news in the beginning of this update, but some very important nuance at the end of this update. So be sure to watch the whole thing, as I know you always watch the whole thing. But this time, be sure to watch the whole thing. Let's get into the big news. OMG! The average sales price of a single family home in Massachusetts in the month of May, $778,000. That, as you can see on the chart, big spike up. I mean, that was we were in the mid 600s and we had gone over 700,000 once. That was a year ago. And now we're at 778. Just boom. I mean, that's just crazy. But that's what it is. I don't know if that's going to be sustainable, but that is definitely a new record. The average single family home price in Massachusetts for the month of May, 778. I know I was astonished when I pulled up the number. I was like, well, I need to double check that. All right, so that is, remember, sales prices are a lagging indicator, so to speak, in that the sales that recorded in May, those went under agreement in April or probably in March. It takes about 6 weeks to close. So these numbers are about from mid-March. Mid-March. This reflects the mid-March market. So that is a very high number. It wouldn't surprise me if we continue to see that number for a little bit longer. But stay tuned for the nuance at the end of this video, and I'll tell you more. Let's see what is also consistent with this 778 number. And that would be the ratio between the original price to the sales price, which again also hit an all-time record of 107%. So once again, if you had your house on for 100,000, you would have sold it for 107 on average. And that is a new record on our chart. Remember, every one of these percentages between 100 to 101 to 102. Every one of those is actually thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per home. So to have it at 107, which is an all-time high, it's just astounding. I can't even. I didn't think it would ever hit that high. I really didn't. But given the fact that there were so few listings on the market in March, that's what you get. And when you get that, you also get a fast-moving market. And now we're down to days to offer to 14 days. You put your house on the market and you accept an offer in 14 days later. This is also pretty much the same reading we had in June of last year. You've probably heard me say I don't really think you can get days to offer down to anything really less than 10. 10's kind of the bare minimum. So we're really, it's a very fast market. You put the property on and you accept an offer, PDQ. I mean, it's moving very fast. All right, in regards to sold houses, we have seen a little bit of a spring bounce back. Total number of sold houses. You can see that in the spring of 2021, we had an upswing, and then it kind of got capped out at about 6,000 houses in June of last year. So we're going to be watching this. We're still at 4,000 homes for May of 2022. And we're going to be watching this chart to see if we can hit that 6,000 number or maybe exceed it. And this will give you an idea that there's actually more houses on the market, more people are closing. Right now, we're not at the same number we were last year, but we'll see what the June number comes into. This starts to look like a little bit of resurgence in terms of volume and overall activity, which brings us to our last slide. So we always keep track of the number of single-family homes that are on the market on the first of any given month. This gives us an idea of how much volume is in the marketplace. And beginning June 1st, there were 4,136 homes, single-family homes, on the market statewide. That was up from May 1st. May 1st, it was only 3,300 homes. So, yeah, that moved up quite a bit over the course of the month of May. That is a good sign for buyers. That doesn't mean we're in a buyer market yet, but it is starting. I think we're starting to see the very beginnings of what might be a shift in the real estate market. And so I went on the MLS to pick up these data for you. And I found out that as of today, 6/9, when we're making this video, June 9th, that there are now 4,700 homes on the market. So it went from May 1st, 3,300 to June 9th, 4,700. And proportionally, that is a big increase. I would like to see this number in order to kind of get back to a healthy number, to cross the 6,000 level and maybe move up. It would be normal for us to have 8, 9, 10,000 homes, even 11,000 homes for sale on any given day. But 4,100 is not a lot, still historically very low, but now we're at 4,700. We went from 4,100 to 47 very quickly. And if you saw my update video that went out, say, like 2 weeks ago, I did kind of like a mid-month update video. And I talked about in that video how nationwide home sales are starting to slide as interest rates start to go up. I think this phenomenon will ease into the Massachusetts real estate market. We don't tend to be as cyclical of, say, like Las Vegas. So I don't think this is going to be a thing that happens right away. We are still very much a seller market. But you're starting to just see just a tiny little increment of change. We're going to keep a very close eye on it for you. I'm Jack Gately from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. Have a great month. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.